Hi everybody, it's Cindy. It is Wednesday, April 17th, and I'm back for an update. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much. And if you're returning, you know I appreciate you all. This is a great community to belong to. I have some great things to share today, some finishes and projects I've been working on. And we're going to get started with that. The first piece that I'm going to show you is the Blackberry Rabbit Designer, the honeymakers. And I'm going to bring that in there. I actually have a picture on their pattern. This was the honeymakers. And I finished it and I framed it. Let me just get that. Let me lift that up. Make sure I have it the right way. And this is I did it in a black frame and it's a little rustic looking. I did purchase this at Hobby Lobby for 50% off. I gotta bring that in, see if you could see it. I did put my initials in here. Sometimes it's hard to see, but I did put the initials in there. Now I know this isn't a real expensive frame, but for $10, I think it does it well. I wish I had hundreds of dollars to spend on frames, but I just don't right now. And this actually, I was hanging above my fireplace, and I love it. It really is a beautiful piece. Let's see if we could bring that in a little closer, see the detail. There you go. One more look at that. Now, this was done on, let's see, 32 count alabaster by Color and Cotton. It's a Jobelin. So that's the fabric that I did this piece on. So that was my first finish, and I'm just going to put that down. And the next piece that I stitched, this is by Plum Street Samplers. It's called Spring Salt Boxes, the salt shakers. Let's see if we can get, it's not in this package either. And I actually did this one. Now this one I did on, I think it's 32 count. I did it on 32 count Jobelin Sandstone by Color and Cotton. I really am liking the Color and Cotton fabrics. I just love them. I think it's one of my favorites now. But this is the finish. Oh, look how pretty that is. Now, I finished this last week and I just haven't decided how I want to finish that yet. I don't know. What do you think? I love the colors. Now what I did with the pattern is I did backstitch the flowers. So if we could get in there more and make them pop. And yeah, it's an awesome piece. I'm super excited about it. So that was another finish, just not a fully finished yet. The next piece that I am working on, give me one moment. This is by Corey Batakori, and this is called Sunflowers Farm. There you go. And I stitched on this quite a bit. It's a fun stitch. I'll show you how much I did so far. Oh, look at that. And I'm gonna bring it in closer. Look at the pretty border. It really is. It's an awesome piece. I love the tray with the sunflowers in it. Super pretty. Now this one I did on, let me look at that. Let me find my notes. I'm sorry about that. I'm in my book here because I can't remember. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is being done on 32 count Wren Belfast linen by Picture This Plus. I had to find that. Digging through the stuff around me. So it's a really super, look at that. I love it. Love the colors. I did switch the colors up a little bit on certain parts of the piece. The next piece that I've been working on is HL Moths by Barrick. Now, these were originally done in silks, and I pulled the colors for DMC. And I will tell you, the DMC colors look nothing like this. Is more like pastel colors, and on the DMC colors, it is more earth tone colors. And I'm going to show you. It's still in my frame. Okay, so bring it in close. You can get a good look at the moth. Now on the bottom I did in white, and when you pull the DMC color, it's yellow. So I changed it to white. All the other colors are pretty much the called for colors. And this is being done on a 32 count sandstone by Color and Cotton also. So that is the moth. It's super pretty. Very, very earth tone colors. But in the picture, it does look, let me show it again, very pastel. This looks yellow, and it's really a golden color in mine. You got more pink in here where it's a little bit more coral. Just a little bit colors from what you see in the picture, so do be aware of that. And when I pulled the colors, I knew it was going to be darker than what it showed in the picture. And let me show you something. Now I'm going to show this real quick. This is the pattern. It's on a huge one piece of paper where you can't copy it on your own copier. I had to go to the store. So do be aware of that. I don't really like patterns that are yay big because it's very hard to work with. You have to fold it and stuff like that. On the honeymakers, the bee piece, on that pattern, it was a double-sided pattern, which makes it hard. They print on the front and the back of the piece, so that I do want you to be aware of those. I don't know, I like simple, like one-page charts. I don't like going back and forth. And on the big piece, I don't know why they do that. You can't copy it on your copier, so I do want you to be aware of that. The next thing that I'm going to show you, I got my Birds and Blooms magazine in the mail, and this is April-May. This is the April-May copy. Super cute. And look, of course, I've been planting out in my garden. I planted all my sunflowers in the front, zinnias, marigolds. Things are starting to bloom. My bleeding heart bush is starting to bloom. All the lettuces are blooming. Everything's sprouting and coming up. I'm gonna include a picture of the bleeding hearts bush on the end, but everything else, they're still too small. The next update, they should be bigger to give you a tour of what I planted and what's going on there. But in this, on page 31 of this bloom, me and my sister were talking about this yesterday. Look at the inside of that purple sunflower. I have never seen a flower like that. And of course I went online looking for seeds. Now I did find purple sunflowers where this is going to be purple, but not the inside. If you see any seeds where there's purple on the inside of the sunflower, please let me know. I've never seen it. I mean, there's hundreds of varieties of sunflowers, but I just think that is such a beautiful picture, and I'm super excited. I planted different varieties of sunflowers this year, so I'll be able to show that to you. That's all I have. I haven't bought anything, and you know, just basically working out in the garden, things like that. We do have Easter coming up, Passover coming up, you know, all those good holidays. If you celebrate those, happy Easter, a happy Passover, whatever you celebrate. It is a great time of year. It's spring here. It has been very nice, 70s a lot. And yeah, we're going into my favorite season, the spring into summer. On that note, I'm going to include some pictures on the slideshow. Birds, I got the blue jays again, so I do have that to include for you. If you are interested in joining my retreat, which is going to be October 4th through 6th in Knoxville, Tennessee, my email is below to be put on the list. A couple of people did drop out and new people came in, so there's not a lot of people on the list, so you might have a good chance of coming to that retreat. You never know. Put your name on a list. It's really not that big of a list. And on that note, I want to thank everybody who leaves a comment below and, you know, gives little messages and things like that. It really, there are no words to show how much I enjoy this community. And until we meet again, everyone, happy stitching.